again, and today for Hands On Books we're going to be making paw print keepsakes. So what we have is some Crayola Model Magic. You'll get a package like this. You'll get a paint pot to paint it once it's dry, and of course a paint brush in your package.
And then once you open your Model Magic, it'll be kind of in like a little lump form. Go ahead and maybe roll it up into a ball, and then you can flatten it out. It'll look somewhat like this, and it'll be pretty pliable. You'll be able to flatten it out enough that you have room for your pet's paw or multiple paws, however many you're doing. And then you'll just go ahead and take your pet's paw, push it down into the Model Magic. Make sure you push hard enough that it actually makes the imprint so that you can see something there. And then once you're done, you'll let that dry for about 24 hours. And it doesn't seem that it will dry totally hard like it would be a piece of stone or something, so it might still be a little wiggly and move around. And then once that's all set, once you have your paint and your paintbrush, you can go ahead and start painting it while it's dry.
And you could do anything else you might want to do, like a design or maybe put your pet's name on it. And if you don't have a pet, you could always do your own hand and make an impression of your own hand. So I hope you have fun. We're going to read a book next. Who Has These Feet by Laura Hulbert. So this book kind of is like a guessing game. You see if you can tell me what it is. Who has these feet? Do they look familiar? They're white with big paws. Let's see. A polar bear has these feet. A polar bear has fur on the bottom of its feet so it won't slip on the ice. Okay, who has these feet? What do they look like? A tree frog has these feet. A tree frog has sticky pads on its toes so it can stick to leaves. Did you get that one right? I hope so. What about those? Those look what? They look more like a bird, don't they? Let's see, who has these feet? A duck has these feet. A duck has webbed feet so it can go fast in the water. Okay, who has those feet? Oh, those look creepy, huh? Maybe a bug? An ant has these feet. An ant has claws on the end of its feet so it can dig a nest under the ground. Who has these feet? Do you know what those look like? I don't know, there's a little bit of fur. They have nails. Let's see. A squirrel has these feet. A squirrel has claws on its toes so it can run up and down the trees. Who has these feet? Oh, do you know that one? Looks like another bird. I see feathers. A parrot has these feet. A parrot has 2 toes in front and 2 toes in back so it can hold onto the branches. See how it kind of grips them? Who has these feet? Oh, look at that. I think it's like a lizard. Looks like scales. Let's see. Oh, yep. A desert lizard has these feet. A desert lizard has special scales around its toes so it won't sink down into the sand. Who has these feet? They don't even look like feet to me. Looks like a sea turtle has these feet. A sea turtle has flippers so it can pull itself through the water. Who has these feet? Those are pretty big, aren't they? Let's see. A kangaroo has these feet. They were pretty big so they could hop, right? A kangaroo has big feet so it can hop for a long way as it looks for food. So let's see, we're gonna open this up. Who has these feet? Look at that, there's all the animals, and it says we have these feet. There's all our animals, the parrot, the kangaroo, the squirrel, the desert lizard, the sea turtle, the ant, the duck, the polar bear, and the tree frog. And that is the end of Who Has These Feet?
Okay, so our first story we're going to read today is called Some Pets by Angela Didderlisi. So let's go ahead and get started. Some pets sit, some pets stay, some pets fetch, and some pets play. Some pets slither, some pets bound. Some pets scurry round and round. Some pets squeal, some pets squawk, some pets squeak, And some pets talk. Some pets peck. Some pets nibble. Some pets drool on their kibble. Some pets squeeze, some pets nuzzle, some pets lick, some pets cuddle. Whether fluffy, feathered, crawly, cute, silly, strange, scaly, brute, big or small, or a blend, some pets can be someone's best friend. And then at the end we've got, what's that pet? So we've got all different kinds of, we've got different dogs, golden retriever, bulldog, a horse, squirrel, pot-bellied pig, little cats, hamster, snake, all different kinds of pets. And that is the end of Some Pets.
Hi everybody, it's Miss Jackie. I'm here at my home with my daughter Everly, and this is my dog Charlotte. She's our 8-year-old Maltese Shih Tzu mix, and today we're going to make her paw print. Everybody has this Model Magic package of Model Magic clay that you're going to use. So first, let's open it up, Everly. Okay, so after you get your package open, you get like a little mound of white clay. So you can shape it however you want. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll it in a ball first, and then flatten it so we have a good surface to push her paws down into. You probably don't want to make it too thin because then it'll push right through the clay. Make it thick enough so that you can put a paw imprint into it, and then it won't get too thin where it will break. All right, Everly flattened it out pretty good here. We have a little bit of thickness there, and it's in a good round shape. We might be able to get her paws in so small. We might be able to get 2 of her paws in. So now we're gonna stick her little paws.
You gotta press on
Charlotte.
You gotta put your little paws in. Put
Right there, let's push it down. Oh, you gotta push it
You
down.
gotta push it down
She
too.
doesn't really like the idea. Oh, there's one little paw. Now we're gonna do the other paw. Come here. Let's get this paw. She doesn't quite understand what we're doing. Let's try to get like this. Let's turn this a little bit. Don't push it too hard. All right, so we've got her little paw prints in there on the clay. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna let it dry overnight. I would say at least 24 hours. Sometimes it takes a little longer. So now she's got her print in there. We're gonna let it dry about 24 hours at least. We made one at the library that was about this size, and it still was a little bit pliable even after letting it dry for a few days. So you just kind of want to let it dry out as much as you can before you start painting it, because you don't want it to move or lose the shape of the paw print when you start to paint it. If you can set it in a windowsill. Maybe the sun will help it dry it. I wouldn't put it in the oven or anything like that. You don't need to do that. It'll probably melt it. But try it, or maybe even outside, as long as it wouldn't get messed up in the rain, or any other animals might get on it. So maybe not outside, but maybe in a windowsill might help with the sun coming down. And so once it's dried out in a day or so, Everly here is going to paint it however she wants to paint it. One other thing that you could do, you could etch your dogs or cats or whatever animal you're doing this for, their name into it, and maybe put the year. And then you'll have a little keepsake for your pet. Okay, Everly is painting her paw print. It finally dried enough to where it's pretty solid. We didn't bring home the paint kits that everybody else has when you pick up a kit or that you'll use at the library. But she's going to start by painting. She has some paint markers and some other paint that we have at home here. She's kind of coloring in the impression of the paw print so you can see it a little better. So you can design your paw print however you want. And then when you're done, make sure to send us a picture and tag us either on Facebook or Instagram. Hope you have fun.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Lauren and welcome to this week's Hands on Books. So as you can tell, we're doing things a little bit differently this week as I am at my house for Hands on Books with a very special guest. Okay, she just left the frame. Lucy, come here. Lucy, come here. Come here. There she is. So this is my 2-year-old golden doodle, Lucy. She's pretty, if you can't Okay. Yeah, if you can't already tell, she's pretty rambunctious. So I wanted to try and do this maybe while she was more asleep, but now she's woken up. So we'll try and do this anyway. So for this week's hands-on books, you were given your Model Magic in your kit, and that's kind of like a sort of a clay-like substance. We're going to use that to make our paw print keepsake. So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. Apparently Lucy wants to be right in the frame. Okay, so when you open it up, it'll be, let's see, in this kind of little, let me see, move over, this little shape, okay? So what you want to do, depending on the size of your pet, Lucy, can we move over a little bit? Thank you. Depending on the size of your pet, you want to make sure you have enough space when you flatten out your Model Magic. And you also want to make sure that it's not, move over just a little bit, not too thin, that when you go to press down your pet's paw, that it will go through all the way to the Model Magic. So, as you can see, like here, I started to make it a little too thin because it's kind of starting to rip. So that's not going to work. So, go ahead and, sometimes it works pretty well if you roll it up into a ball and then kind of just flatten it, and you'll get it the thickness that you want. So obviously with my dog here, she is 65 pounds, so she's fairly big, right? So I'm gonna need a pretty decent sized piece. Okay, so I've gone ahead and rolled it out to about that shape, and you can see it's pretty thick, so that should be good for her. And I think her paw should fit in that, because you want to have room for the paw, but also you're going to paint these when you're done, so you want to have a little, you know, an extra room for that too. So let me get her. So I'm still trying to get her paw print actually in it. She's not cooperating very well. Lucy, look, can you say hi? Come here, look, say hi. They can only see your butt. They can only see your butt. Come on, say hi, look. There you are, there she is. Okay. Please stop. Come here. Okay. I wonder if anybody else has pets like this. I hope you guys are having an easier time than I am trying to do this. Okay. So she is too, but she's still totally puppy. All right, sit. Sit. Don't you want to look good for your friends on Hands on Books? Come on. Yep. This is my baby. Stop. Please stop. Okay, so I finally got my paw print. So you can kind of see it in there. It's not totally centered or anything, but that's okay because I wasn't going to keep trying with her. That's the best it's going to get for my dog. And like I said, I'm not surprised that she wasn't completely cooperative, but that's what you get with a 2-year-old golden doodle. So go ahead and you want to make sure that you let your Model Magic dry. I would say for a good 24 hours before you start to paint it. Now it's not going to dry hard like a stone substance or something like that. It will still be a little bit pliable, and that's okay. That's the way that it's supposed to be. But just set it aside for a good 24 hours. Let it dry, kind of let the paw print set in, and then go ahead and start painting. So you've got your paint kit that's included with your brush. You'll go ahead and use that, and you can paint whatever you'd like on it. If you want to put maybe your pet's name or paint in their paw print, put some little designs around it, whatever you'd like to do, it's completely up to you. And then go ahead and obviously let that dry and it'll set, and then you are left with your pet paw print keepsake. Thanks guys, and I hope you guys had fun, and I enjoyed introducing you. Let's see if we can get one more shot. Okay, she has tired herself out. Say bye, Lucy. Bye, Hands on Books friends.